next guest, who, I always love when we have a actor who has such a storied career of doing so many different things, more than the one thing that he is known best for, and that is from way back in the 70s when he was on a little show called The Waltons. Richard Thomas has done so much more of that. He's getting ready for a new production of Mark Twain Tonight at TheaterWorks, Hartford. We'll say good morning to you.
Thank you for having me.
No, delighted.
What a pleasure.
And we'll talk about that. I don't want to dwell on John Boy, but every time we have a guest that comes in that is known for a character that maybe a few years or many years back,
yes,
I always ask the same question: blessing or curse these days?
Oh, a blessing entirely, completely, unreservedly.
Yeah,
wonderful. Proud of the show. It was a great experience. Did so much for me. We're still like a big family. All of us. We stay in touch. And as I get older, I enjoy thinking about it and remembering it even more.
Good times.
Yeah, it's all good.
Absolutely.
I'm very proud of it.
Fantastic. And as I mentioned, the career is so much more than that. You got your start on Broadway, is it true, at 7 years old?
I know, I was a zygote. my James Earl Jones and I made our debuts in the same show in 1958.
Is that true?
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, my
When I lie about it.
It is a good point. It is a random fact. But since then, and again, it's not like he's been just going on auditions for the last 50 years. You've done a tremendous amount of work.
I've been a very lucky actor.
In Broadway and stage.
Yep.
Yeah?
Yep. It's been long and it's been really satisfying, and I've been a very lucky actor.
Yeah, you've done a number of shows, and we'll get to Mark Twain Tonight in just a second, but you've been here a number of times over at the Hartford stage.
Well, Hartford's a big deal for me. I mean, I did many productions over the years at Hartford Stage, which is one of the great, regional companies in the country.
You did Hamlet all the way back into the 80s.
Hamlet, Richard III, Tiny Alice, Peer Gynt. I mean, just wonderful experiences. So Hartford has always been a sort of home away from home for me, theatrically.
Which is good, because when you think about it, there's another person that is associated with home here, and that would be Samuel Clemens, a.k.a. Mark Twain.
Exactly.
And so take me back a few months when they said, "Hey, how do you feel about starting a tour of Mark Twain Tonight?"
I was touring with To Kill a Mockingbird, and they the producers called up and said, what would you think of reviving Mark Twain Tonight? And I literally, before the minute he said, well, Hal Holbrook's estate got in touch, and I thought, I know what this is. I want to do it.
Right.
I mean, it's a lot. They're big shoes. There's two sets of big shoes. There's Hal's big shoes
and Mark Twain.
And Mark Twain's big shoes.
Well, let's talk about that.
So you got to forget about all of them.
Right, because sometimes when you do a show that they're bringing back, usually there have been a number of actors who have filled the role, and it's your turn. Not this one.
No.
Mark Twain Tonight has been around for 60 years, developed, redeveloped, reimagined, built up, rebuilt up by one guy.
One guy.
And of all guys, it's Hal Holbrook.
I love it because he's done all the work. all I have to do is learn it and play it now.
But is that challenging as an actor, because you never want to fill somebody else's shoes? You want to make a show your own, a character your own.
Well, the thing about it is you can't help but make it your own, because I can't be Hal. I mean, but it's the nature of repertoire and theater. I mean, if people were afraid of doing something that great actors had done in the past, you'd never do Hamlet. You'd never do any of the great classics, and that's one of the beauties of theater, is that we're all holding hands together in this continuity of playing. And Hal created this beautiful set of texts, which you use for playing it. And developed it over so many years and played it over so many years. So naturally, I feel I'm carrying the mantle of what Hal has accomplished, and I want to do well by him.
Sure.
But you also have to always think of it as a new play, in a way, as if it had never been done before. But we're starting here. I mean, it's the perfect play. Where else could we start doing Mark Twain?
And that's not coincidental. That was absolutely on purpose. But you just hit the nail on the head. You are starting it here.
Yep.
So you haven't even jumped into the character for audiences to react to yet. What are you hoping for?
Well, I just want to get some customers in the room so I can find out where the jokes land.
There you go. That's a good way of doing it. Yeah.
Well, the audience is your scene partner, especially when it's a one-person show. So I'm thrilled, and I'm glad we're in Hartford. The audiences are so smart,
right?
And they love theater, and Mark Twain is a native son here.
Sure.
So it feels like the perfect place to begin. Just be kind.
I don't think you have to worry about that.
No.
But I love what you said, that you're relying on the audience to figure out which ones the jokes are going to land, and you're going to take that with you, because this is running all the way through February across the country.
Yeah, we got about 48 cities, and it's very exciting, and there'll be time to. I mean, I won't have the decades that Hal had,
right,
but I'm a quick learner.
There you go.
So.
Obviously, he said gets customers in the seats. They're doing well because they've added some shows. We have the information for you on our. We'll put it up on your screen, and of course, it'll be on the website, fox61.com. You're running all the way at TheaterWorks Hartford. I'll just tell you right here, it's going all the way through August 24th. More shows have been added, and my gosh! And there's one other thing that I wanted to ask you, as if you didn't do enough. If you like books on tape or books on CD or
we're
stuff,
dating ourselves.
There you go. Audible, you've done how many books on Audible?
I can't count that high. I mean, there's a whole lot of books on tape, audiobooks.
I'll generalize it. It's well over 350.
Yeah.
At least that's what the intranet says, and you can trust everything on the.
Oh, absolutely, it's all true.
Is that fun as an actor?
Well, it's doing an audiobook is a thrilling experience if the material is good, but it's kind of like being in a little submersible by yourself, because you're in that room with the text, just you, like in a tank, and you're just reading and reading and reading and reading for hours and hours and hours.
Kind of wrote, right? Yeah.
But it's very thrilling.
So he'll do more than that when he's on stage doing Mark Twain again. Mark Twain Tonight is at TheaterWorks Hartford for the next few weeks. I break a leg.
Oh, thank you so much
Richard
for having
Thomas,
me.
a pleasure to talk to you.
My pleasure.
It really
Thank
was.
you.
We're good.